farmers this year do not have access to subsidies. So where do they get money to buy crops, buy their inputs to crop? So the association took it over to see how best we can facilitate access to them. Because the association has no big money anywhere, what we were able to do is to lobby for reduced prices and then access to credit from the suppliers, not the bank, because many of our commercial smallholder farmers and our aggregators might not have the structures to access bank loans. So we have spoken to some few institutions like Demeter, Yara Ghana, Solivo, and Fetago to see if they can extend credits to our farmers, so they will be able to have the inputs to increase production for us. We are also here again to look at the issue of low price of soya, which has become necessary because one, there is a long restriction on the exportation of soya beans, and technically it has become a ban. It's unfortunate that it is the same association that advocated for an export control over this, and we ask that they give us an export control measure with support to the processors to be able to buy, because the exporters were coming with hard cash, foreign currency. So the little they melted down was enough for them to buy this, and so they were always raising the incomes, and then the processors, who are the local actors, didn't have money, so they were played out of market. So we asked that control the market and then give access to credit for the processors to be able to buy. They did the control but did not give us the money to buy. And so what is happening now is that there is seemingly a ban, and the exporters are now taking advantage of it, because one, they technically play on it that, well, government says we should not export, so we cannot buy it. If you want to buy it, then I have to buy it at a low price. So they are buying it below crop budget. The crop budget for soya bean as of last year was 550. And today, soya beans is being sold at 400. It is just killing. So the little money that the farmer has is being depreciated through this. So we are here today to say, fine, whilst waiting for government to look at some policy issues, because the big challenge for us now is one, the export control committee that we call for has been hijacked by actors. The chairman for the committee is the chief director for Ministry of Trade and Industry. As we have now, we have known the names of the committee, but we do not see faces. They have never called us for any interactions to know whether it should be extended or it should be lifted or not. All we hear is that government has extended it. Government have extended it. In fact, last year we did a position paper on this, asking them for that change. We went to the Ministry of Agriculture and the Ministry of Trade and Industry, and they told us that, well, that what we are asking for is a legal issue, that it is only the legal committee of parliament that can do that. So from here, we are making a petition, a formal petition to the legal committee of parliament to review that act, so that in case we are getting any committee to control market or to control anything within the soya value chain, we want actors to be leaders of that committee, to control that committee, not the politicians or the civil service, because they are in their offices, they do not fully understand what goes on in the value chain. So if you give chairmanship of such committees to it, they drag it to their advantage. So we are calling for the legal committee of the Parliament of Ghana to review that